okay, go check it in the Word for yourself. The Bible asks in 1 John chapter 4 verses 20, and it's pretty simple, and I've said it a lot of times when I try to preach or teach, and it said in 1 John chapter 4 verses 20, it says, if someone says, I love God, and hate his brother, he's a liar. Let me park this now. Now you got to understand, and I'm going to build towards something. In 1 John chapter 4 verses 20, he says, statement says, if someone says, I love God, and hate his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? Now, you got to understand something, my brothers and sisters. The Bible is specifically dealing with my brother and my sister. There is an importance of dealing with your brothers and sisters. It's important to understand that there is no building that's made by hand more important than the people that you see every day. Let me explain this to you. Let me repeat this to you. There is no building more important to God than your brother or your sister that you see every day. Why? You see, my brothers and sisters, we got to understand something. God does not dwell in a building that's made by hand. Let me repeat this. God does not dwell in your church, as big and pretty as it is. God dwells in human beings. So you see, my brothers and sisters, to add context to this, you may think that working hard around the church is pleasing God. What pleases God is if you take care of the ones that are in need in your church. Let me repeat this again. What's important to God is not that you work on taking care of the old rusted building. You may think it's pretty, but it's rusted to God. What God cares about is the building that he dwells in. Let me explain this, my brothers and sisters. You see, I'm going to show you this morning that God does not dwell in buildings that's made by hand. But let me go back to the scripture, because the scripture says, if someone says, I love God and hate his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he has not seen? Again, this is coming from 1 John chapter 4, verses 20. My God, you see, my brothers and sisters, we fool ourselves sometimes to think that there are things that are more important to us when it comes to God than the people. The most important people that in a church house is the people. The building does not take precedence over the people. It may take precedence to man, but not to God. And so you see, my brothers and sisters, I'm building a case this morning to show you that what's important is not the building. You should work towards taking care of your brother and sister that are in need compared to the building that's in the need. You see, my brothers and sisters, that building will not lift and go to heaven. When the time comes, that building is going to burn up. My God. But you see, my brothers and sisters, what God's interest is, his interest is in human being. My God. You see, my brothers and sisters, you see, we've been fooled sometimes to think that this house is so beautiful. And I want to tell people that I go to such and such church. Like that is of some importance to God. No, it is not. Now, it is good that that temple that represents that God is still here on earth is intact. But we got to understand that the importance is not the building, but is the people. In Mark chapter 12, verses 28. And here's what it says. Again, reading from the New King James Version. Mark chapter 12, verses 28 to 34. And it says, then one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first of all command? Now this is a scribe asking Jesus Christ. And Jesus answered him, the first of all commandment is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Oh my God. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind, with all your strength. This is the first commandment. My God. You see, my brothers and sisters, I just want to make sure that we understand where God is at with us. And then it says, and the second is like this. And the second is like it. It is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. You see, my brothers and sisters, God said been taught wrong. My God, you see, my brothers and sisters, it is very clear to us what God stands for. And as I build up to show you why this is important, you better understand that without loving your brother, without loving your sisters, without understanding that God is the one that dwells in them, because they are the temple of God, not the church that has been built by hands, not the church that somebody put some nails in, not the church that somebody ran some light in. Yes, it